Today we are going to tell you how to turn your refrigerator into a cell phone or a computer. Yes, you heard me right.
And we are talking about recycling. I know when you think of recycling, you think of cans and maybe bottles, but Joseph Barrios and Bob Nicholas are here to tear open a fridge to show us why you can also recycle your old icebox. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
So Joseph, you brought a lot of stuff with you, and of course we are talking about recycling our refrigerators.
Sure. Tucson Electric Power has a lot of new energy efficiency programs that can help our customers save money and save energy. You can buy discounted LED light bulbs, you can buy efficient pool pumps and get an instant rebate. And of course we have our cool new refrigerator recycling program. You make one phone call, it's no hassle. We come and pick up the refrigerator and haul it away. We'll send you a $30 check in the mail, a rebate, and then you can save up to $125 every year on your electric bill. So today we have Bob from our program partner Jayco to show you what happens after the refrigerator is hauled away.
I think this is very interesting because we're going to start with, this is the refrigerator a lot of us have in our house, and you're going to walk us through the process of what we end up with.
Yes, thank you very much. In addition to the energy savings, two very important aspects of this is one is what happens once we get to the home, and then what happens once the fridge leaves the home. So I'll walk us through that.
Okay.
So once we get to the home, what the customer can expect is we'll go in and we'll make sure the fridge is working, plugged in and working, so that we can get the energy savings from it. Then we'll disconnect it, we'll cut the power cord, put a big black X on the side of the refrigerator to mark it for recycling. Our crew will then also enter some data into a handheld computer, just a model number, etc., identifying the refrigerator, and then move it onto the truck, and we're ready to go to the recycling center.
Okay.
So once the fridge gets to the recycling center, what we will do is we'll come into it and we'll remove all the shelving, all the plastic, glass drawers and so forth, all these side rails and these things, remove the doors so that they come off. Once that is done, it kind of looks like this. Okay. We'll also remove all the oil and the refrigerant from the cooling system. And then we'll have this fridge body basically sitting here. Then what we need to do is right in between this metal and this plastic, there's insulation. And that insulation needs to come out of these old refrigerators because it is a global warming substance that they use to impregnate or to use as a blowing agent to get the foam to expand.
Okay.
So the older units have some harmful chemicals in it to the atmosphere. So what I'm going to do, we're going to demonstrate this as a fillet and a cutting up of this cross section. I'm going to have Leo, my associate, come in. He's going to make a cut here, and we're going to then take and put this panel down and show you how the foam is chipped out of the refrigerator.
All right.
So Leo, come on in.
Come on in.
Help us out here.
And this is really Filet-o fridge.
This is how we do it. So that'll make it cut. So we will cut every side, the front panel, all the side panels, so that these front panels then can be removed. And
oh, look at there.
Exposes the foam. So once the foam's exposed, then we can chip it out.
Wow.
I had no idea that's what the inside of a refrigerator looked like.
This is why we understand why recycling is so important, because if not, this is going basically into a big landfill or wherever you're dumping it at.
So what we have then is we've exposed the foam, so we have the metal layer and the plastic layer or metal behind it. So we can get the metals and the plastics all separated along with what was in the fridge. So now the body is starting to come apart. Now this foam is what contains what we call CFC11, which is a global warming substance, thousands of times more potent than CO2.
Yeah.
So we take the foam, we'll put it in and fill a bag full. Typically a fridge will give us 10 pounds of foam, which is a lot of foam. This foam then is also reused. What we do with this is you take it to a waste to energy facility. They burn it at very high temperature, creating energy that goes back on the power grid. So you're saving not only in the energy savings of the removal of the fridge, but you can also put power back into the grid by incinerating this at high temperature, which is EPA approved. So it's safe and not harmful to the atmosphere.
Wow.
That destroys the CFC11.
And this is a lot of other stuff that we get out of the fridge as well, right?
So when we come through this process, yes, all this stuff leads up to not only energy savings, but what happens is that the customer is also participating in complete recycling. In other words, all these materials Most of them get back into the manufacturing stream to make new products, as you mentioned right up in front of the segment. So what we have, here's the foam that comes out of them. We have glass that comes out. This is usually made for concrete purposes. Okay. We have other plastics that can be used for computer cases, cell phone cases. That's where the plastics come in. The metals, the steel, is used for rebar. It's used for cans, nails. So the steel can be used in lots of ways. Copper as well can be used also in wiring, etc. Then these are the oils. The oils are cleaned. Then they are put back into industrial processes for lubrication, which is excellent for large motors, etc. And this is the CFC-12, which is the refrigerant, and that has to be destroyed.
Yeah.
So it is no longer a substance that is used in the marketplace. So these are what it kind of ends up being once we go through this whole tear-down process.
And this is so much more than I ever even expected. And we're just about out of time, but Joseph, really quickly, how can somebody schedule an appointment?
Sure, it's simple. Go to TEP.com. You can sign up there. It's easy enough to punch in your zip code, and it'll bring up a list of available pickup dates. You can also check out our other energy efficiency programs there, or you can call the toll-free number.
Great. Well, gentlemen, this was super informative. Thank you so much for bringing all this out and showing us exactly what goes into recycling our refrigerator.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Now, for even more details about the recycling program, you can call 855-559-2524 or log on to tep.com/recycle.